Welcome once again to Breakfast Central, and now let's get straight into the world of sports with Udoka Njoku. Good morning, Udoka. There's so much going on this weekend. What do you have for us?
Well, sir, good morning, Osarge. Good morning, Olive. A lot to look forward to in the world of sports. But of course, let's start off from what happened yesterday in the UEFA Champions League draws as the road to Istanbul began in Istanbul as the 2022 UEFA Champions League draws was held on Thursday in the city that will host the final in June 2023. Now, the group stage draw threw up some stellar ties with Bayern in a group with Barcelona and Inter, while Liverpool and Manchester City were giving tough starts to their campaigns. Salah's Liverpool and Riyad Mahrez Manchester City got a tough group, while Sadio Mane's Bayern will look to continue their recent dominance over Barcelona in a mouth-watering section that also includes Inter Milan. Robert Lewandowski will be seeking to prove to his former employers, Bayern Munich, that he made the right move in joining Barcelona. Now, Liverpool find themselves in Group A with Dutch champions Ajax, Italian side Napoli with Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen spearheading the attack, and Scottish team Rangers, who have made it to the Champions League for the first time since 2010. Now, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter Milan are the big names in Group C, which also features Czech side Victoria Plzeň, a group that has been tagged as the Group of Death. Now, 7-time winners AC Milan are in Group E with 2-time champions Chelsea, Salzburg of Austria, and Dynamo Zagreb. Now, Premier League champions and 2020-2021 finalists Manchester City, the headline Group G, where they will face Sevilla, Dortmund, and the FC Copenhagen. Defending champions Real Madrid will play in Group F against Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic Football Club of Scotland. The group stages will begin on the 6th of September, with each team in a group playing the other twice, home and away, in a round-robin format. And to the awards now, Karim Benzema was rewarded for outstanding seasons by winning the UEFA Men's Player of the Year. The France striker Benzema captained Real Madrid to victory over Liverpool in the Champions League and scored 15 goals in the competition. Benzema took the men's honours ahead of club teammate Thibaut Courtois and Manchester City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne, succeeded Chelsea's midfielder Jorginho, who won the award last year. The 34-year-old scored hat-tricks against Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea in the Champions League knockout rounds and netted 3 times across 2 legs of the semi-final against Manchester City. Now, Carlo Ancelotti was named best men's coach for his success with Real Madrid, with Dutch woman Sarina Wiegman crowned best women's coach after leading England to Euro glory on home soil last month. And let's go straight to Egypt now and talk about Al Ahly. They have missed out on the league title this season after a series of poor results, which included a winless run. And the Red Devils returned to winning ways with a convincing 2-0 victory over MP in the Egypt Premier League's 32nd round on Wednesday. And despite that victory, coach Ricardo Suarez appeared to be under huge pressure in the press conference after the game and refused to answer questions from journalists. And the Portuguese made a statement instead and discussed the club's issues this season as they lost out on the Egyptian Premier League title to arch rivals Zamalek for the 2nd consecutive year. Now, the Al Ahly board held a meeting earlier in the week at the club's premises to discuss several important topics. Now, these include the approval of the United company responsible for the management of the football sector's marketing rights for the upcoming 4 seasons, starting from 2022 to 2023, and of course 2025 to 2026 season. Now I've got Ahmed El Ramadi, a sports journalist and a writer for Kingfoot, and joining us on the show today. Thanks for joining us, Ahmed. Can you hear me, Ahmed?
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Yes, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
All right, let's talk about Al Ahly. They have won the title 42 times, more than any other club, and their closest rivals, Zamalek, they have won the league 14 times, but they have been unable to win it in 2 years now. That is Al Ahly. Do you think the dominance of the Red Devils is gradually fading from the Egypt Premier League?
I don't think it's gradually fading. It's just that they've been on a really poor run of form lately. And while local media have been trying to downplay the issues at the club, the fact of the matter is they've allowed Zamalek to win their 2nd consecutive league title. And so it's something that simply hasn't happened in the last 20 years.
Great. Now, for Al Ahly, the president, Mahmoud El Khatib, he believes the club's poor run of form in the season is down to the scheduling of the Egyptian Premier League fixtures. Would you say this is the reason, or Al Ahly was just unable to match Zamalek for the title this season?
It's one of different reasons. Poor scheduling has been, in fact, a huge issue for many clubs.
All right, let's talk about the coach. I guess we're having a bit of network issues there. But looking at the coach now, Portuguese manager Ricardo Soares, he was brought in to replace Pizzo Mosimane. But of course, Al Ahly's form has not improved since his arrival. A lot of suspicions actually surrounded the coach in saying that the fans want the coach out, but the board do not want to let Soares leave. But there's also rumors that Mosimane just might be coming back to Al Ahly, but nothing has been confirmed yet. But of course, Ahmed, if you're still there, let's talk about the coach and the possibility of Al Ahly's former coach, Pizzo Mosimane, making a return to the club.
Well, that remains to be seen in the future because Pizzo Mosimane has been linked with a return, but his return remains unlikely. If you look at Ricardo Soares, his situation at the club right now, they're trying to force him out, and that was one of the main reasons behind the Al Ahly company handing in the resignation just a couple of days ago, because it seems that they wanted to continue with Ricardo Soares for next season, but obviously there has been a dispute with the club board regarding that, and as a result they've handed in their resignation, and the general consensus is that Ricardo Soares will leave at the end of the season.
Wow, and any other likely possibility, any names coming up to be the likely coach for Al Ahly? Because it looks like players are actually getting tired of what's happening with the club. There's a Percy Paul who has left the club now, and we hear that a couple of other players would want to leave because of the crisis surrounding Al Ahly. But has there been any name suggested to Al Ahly to be a replacement for Soares when he leaves?
Well, several names have come up in the media, including the recently sacked Morocco head coach Vahid Halilovic. That was one of the names suggested, including as well former Egypt head coach Carlos Queiroz. The Portuguese has also been nominated for the job. But while links have been flowing around in the media, it still remains to be seen as whether there will be a leading candidate for the role.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmed, for your time, and we'll surely keep tabs on what's happening with Al Ahly and, of course, the Egypt Premier League. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, that's all from me, Osarge, and Olive talking sports. And I'm sure Osarge is happy with what happened yesterday in the UEFA Champions League draws and Karim Benzema being awarded as the UEFA Best Player of the Year. And I would say that was actually well deserved.
Completely agree. I haven't actually looked at the draws yet, so I'm not sure, who's playing who yet. But, I'm very excited for Benzema. I think he totally deserves it. He had a fantastic year, and, I hope that he's able to keep it up, for a bit more before he finally retires.
Yeah. And Olive, Osarge said he hasn't looked at the draws. We all know we both know the reason why.
What reason?
I don't really have any interest in the draws because Manchester United is not going to be there. So, we'll look forward to what Europa has for us.
I'm proud of you for being able to admit on national television, your true feelings about this. But you should have a spirit of sportsmanship.
Of course.
Support other clubs, even if your club isn't.
I don't care much. I'm a Real Madrid fan also, so I 100% am behind Real Madrid.
All right.
But
It's
okay.
fine.
Thank you so much, Udoka, for joining us
guys.
this Friday. We look forward to seeing you next week. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, you too. Have a great weekend.
I will.